Hello, everybody. I see people are already here in the chat. Tree of Knowledge is here. Hi, Unusual AI. Esan is here. Jack is here. I like it that I can see. Oh, wow, guys. Atheist Republic is here. My God. All right, guys. I can see your actual names, unlike the other channel where I have to look at your username. This is so much better. Guys, I don't know if you saw. Let me know if you've seen what I'm going to tell you. This is new AI news that I'm going to tell you guys, and it's very relevant. Guys, we don't cover AI news here a lot because I don't want us to get distracted over just interesting things that we cannot do anything about, just for entertainment purposes. Um, I really want to focus on AI related stuff that will impact you, and there's something you could do about it. Because a lot of people think like, oh no, I need to be informed about AI, so they go and watch content and news about things that they have no control over. Like, some people think that they're being smart because they know exactly which GPUs are performing better, or what is the exact advantage that this model has over the other one, and what is the next model going to do. But on this channel, we try to focus on actionable information. And this news is something that is not just interesting, but is relevant to making money with AI. And it should be a wake up call for a lot of you guys that the opportunities are going to be endless. And if you are not paying attention, you are going to regret what is about to happen. Many times when we talk about business and starting a business, making money with a business, a lot of people just panic. A lot of you, I think, you panic because you think like starting a business is for some these the whole world, the whole name, the word business just scares a whole bunch of you away. And you think that owning a business, running a business is something so complicated that only a few people know how to do. But all that it is I have something, or I can do something that you want, that some people want, and they will pay me for it. I will start like that, and then I will try to increase the number of times that happens. That's it. That's all it is. I'll do something, or I have something that somebody out there will pay me money for. As soon as I get paid once, I'm in a business. And now I can say, well, how could I make it happen twice? And then three times, and then 10 times, and then 100 times, and then 1,000 times. That's all it is. Everything else is just extra complications that we could figure out later. However, you never had an excuse not to start a business. But now, this is even more true. Because what I'm going to tell you regarding this new AI village, they started an AI village, and I will tell you what that is. But with this experiment that they just conducted, it's showing that the barriers to entry and the learning curve and every other friction is going to go away faster than people realize. And that means that so many people are going to get very, very, very wealthy because they're paying attention. And if you don't start right now, you're going to get left behind. It doesn't matter if you understand the basics of business, because AI will be able to figure that out for you. All you have to do is just start moving, start using these tools. And again, by using these tools, I'm not thinking about asking ChatGPT where the capital of so and so country is, okay? Or I don't know how many calories is in this dish. I'm talking about creating systems. I'm talking about creating structure. I'm talking about actually getting it to do things, to remove the barriers in your way so that you could get to your goals. And after after I tell you what happened, if you don't realize that, holy shit, this is going to get so easy that too many people are going to take advantage of this. And if I am the people that is doing this at the end of the line instead of the beginning of the line, then I'm not going to have any advantage over other people, because this is going to make everything so much easier than before, and also harder than before. You know what I mean? Because you know why? Because it's going to be so easy for so many people that everyone will be doing it. So it's going to be hard to stand out. So because it will become easy, it will become difficult to stand out unless you start ahead of other people. Let me see who's in the chat, what you guys are saying. Thank you, Tree of Knowledge. You're always very kind. Mary is here. All right, so let me tell you what has happened. They made a village, but it's an AI village. And the people in this village, they are not actually people, they're AI. It's a digital village. Right? So let me actually tell you, AI village is an experiment where they have the most cutting edge AI models like ChatGPT 5, Gemini, Grok, Claude, all of them. They drop them into this village, into this own digital world, and they're just there. They're talking to each other, they're working with each other. They give each one of them their own Linux computer, each one of the models. So we have a Gemini there, we have a ChatGPT there, we have a Claude there, we have Grok there, and each one of them has access to their own Linux computer, and they also can talk to each other. They have a group chat that they all share with each other. this is so much fun. So each one of them has a computer, but there's a group chat where they're talking and planning and cooperating and arguing with each other. So the humans, the way that they made this experiment, the humans can watch the conversation in real time. Sometimes they interact, but most of the time the AI is doing its own thing. So that's not it. This is the interesting part, right? They give them real world challenges to see if they could act like entrepreneur, organizers, teammates, and the result was surprising. So they have all the tools that they need. They're talking to each other. They're doing some group project. They have access to these computers, and they give them projects to see how they do. This is what happens. Let me tell you. So they give it over different seasons. They had different seasons with different experiments. Again, with no human involvement. Please understand what I'm about to tell you. What does that mean about the future? Before I tell you what happened, because I'm going to give you 3 outcomes. But before I tell you that, please understand that we are at the amoeba stage of the evolution of AI. Meaning that if the evolution of AI, if before ChatGPT or just large language models in general, the AI that we had on Facebook, on YouTube, the ones that are just valuing stocks, checking, predicting the weather, the AI that we had before all of the ChatGPT explosion, they were at the bacteria phase. So if you look at the evolution of life, so back then the AI that we had was at the level of bacteria. Now with these large language models, we are very impressed with them, but this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing compared to what's about to come. This is only the amoeba stage of the evolution of AI. And when I go through these results with you, please understand that the dinosaur phase of the evolution of AI is not that far away. And if this is what we get with amoeba phase of AI evolution, I just want you to imagine what could we get done with the dinosaur phase of AI evolution. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Do you guys understand? So let me tell you what happened. The AI by themselves, just group project, they did 3 things. I mean, the multiple things, but I'm going to have 3 examples. They picked a charity. They picked the Helen Keller International, and they started fundraising campaigns, and they managed to raise about $1,500. One of them even went and started a Twitter account to promote the campaign on Twitter. So they created the fundraising campaign, they created the ad, they created the promotion. Sometimes they sucked, but the fact is that the result at the end of it, again, no human involvement. They're just given the computer, go do your thing. With no human labor, they managed to raise $1,500. Guys, even if they manage to raise $5, that means that once AI gets better, if they scale it, this could be endless potential. Right now, the AI that we have right now, the greatest model, just give them some computers. They managed to raise 15 people, actual people out there, donated money to the fundraiser that the AI started because they asked them to. Okay. All right. I don't know if you understand the ramifications of this and what the future means if AI could just go without human involvement and just get money from people. I mean, the fact that one of the AI was like, I need to start a Twitter account and promote this. That's actually funny. Right. Another thing that they did, and the third one is actually the one that is more related to what we are talking about. They organized a real event in the physical world. People showed up. They planned and executed an in-person gathering in San Francisco. They handled the RSVP, the schedules, the content. No, so people in the some AI in a digital world decided to run an event in San Francisco, and real people in physical world walked into to an event because some AI somewhere with minimal or no human intervention decided that we're going to make an event for people to show up here. Again, this seems basic, but please understand AI in a digital space deciding that humans should go to a place, and then in the physical world, humans with the flesh and blood that they have, because are making decisions and going to places because of a plan that has been made by AI. Just imagine what our future is going to be like. I mean, imagine how much of our decisions and the things that we do and the things that we say is going to be managed because of AI organizing this for us better than we can. The fact that AI is making decisions and some humans are taking actions because of a plan that AI made at this level. Just think about the amount of power people are going to have if they are the people behind the AI and they're giving the directive to AI. And that's why you need to hurry, because this scaled will give you extraordinary amount of power if you make the right decisions. Yeah, that's a good movie here. And this last one is interesting, and then I will go to another experiments that some people have done. They ran some online stores. They set up the stores. So they set up, again, this was another mission. So these AI, they by themselves with a group project, talked to each other. They went and set up an e-commerce shop selling merchandise, buying the merchandise, selling it, pricing it, displaying it. So here's the result. All of them managed to get sales, but among all of them, it was Claude that actually managed to make profit, $126. The rest of them had sales, but they didn't make a profit. But the fact that they had sales is already pretty impressive. And the fact that one of them at this stage managed to actually get some profit, that's already crazy. So no human involvement, just go set up a store, get the merchandise, sell it, set up everything, advertise it and everything. $126 in profit with no human labor other than setting it up. Again, imagine if this gets scaled. Just to bring it into the physical world, there's another experiment done by some other group of people, which is called the vending. They actually start. It's not just an experiment; it's now a benchmark, right? It's called the vending machine benchmark. This is a test where an AI agent runs a vending machine business. So they decide to what to buy, the pricing, manage the inventory, what snacks to pick, look at what is selling, what is not selling. So they start the AI with $500 to manage a vending machine, and the goal is to make as much profit as possible. Basically, everything has to be making the orders, bringing it to the vending machine, deciding which item goes into what slot, how much of each do they need, but deciding the pricing, all of that, right? And here's the shocking result. Grok, I think Grok 4 turned $500 into 5,000. That is 10xing the initial investment. So ChatGPT and also Claude also had multiplied the money, but in this one, Grok performed the best. That's just basically a money printing machine without human involvement. 10xing your initial investment is crazy. And also, here's the crazy part, guys. When humans were put through the same test, they ranked below AI. So the same test was done with AI, every single model, but also humans. And humans could not beat AI when it comes to profitability. So when we go into the future, as the better the models get, when you're running a business, the more you have to ask yourself, and better yet, ask AI, how can I get myself out of the loop? How could I exit? So this is why you all should start your AI powered business now, because the sooner you get started, the sooner you could actually eliminate yourself, fire yourself by asking AI, how do I, like, this is the process for this is the process for this. Soon, every single process, every single action could be actually monitored and managed by AI. So you need to get started now before other people do, because then you're going to have your own automated business managed by AI, and you're just basically the big picture decision making guy. And it's going to be easy to figure it out, because every time you cannot figure it out, you could just ask AI, how do I figure this out? What do I do? How do I replace myself with you, or a tool, or an AI tool? Like, okay, this part, I don't want to do it. What can I do so I don't have to do it? Right now, we don't have the answers. Right now, we still have to be involved. But that's good, because if every single position, if everything could be replaced with AI, then it's too late. You entered the game if you're waiting to get to a place, to get to a situation where everything can be done by AI, you waited too long, because now it's so easy that it's not going to put you ahead anymore. You have to enter this game now. Guys, we're going to have a wealth explosion coming up any year now. Do you understand the amount of wealth that is going to be generated because of the cheaper access to energy and cheaper access to intelligence? Do you understand the progress that is being made on both fronts? In the next couple of years, the entire human race is going to produce more wealth than the past 10,000 years. And everyone's going to benefit, but some people more than others. And the people who are going to benefit more than others are the people who are going to pay attention. So there were some problems. For example, one interesting part I noticed in the experiment was that ChatGPT specifically was refusing to click on CAPTCHAs, saying that I'm not a robot. So every time that they needed the CAPTCHA, a human had to get involved, because even though it could figure out how to pass the CAPTCHA, it was just like not refusing to do so, because I think it had a moral problem with saying I'm not a robot when it knew that it is a robot. So like I'm not gonna lie, it's saying I'm not a robot, but I am a robot. So that's very interesting that it refused to actually click the I am not a robot part. Okay. And another part that humans had to get involved was phone verifications and SMS codes to pass a certain level. So it's not perfect. Sometimes human had to come in and they were like, "Hey, human, I need your fleshy fingers to check your phone for an SMS. Give me the SMS code. I don't have a phone." So there are sometimes that AI came and were like, "Hey, human, you got a message on your phone. Give me the code. Give me the code." Okay. Or like somebody's gonna call and you need to verify something for me. So it's not perfect, but it's amazing still. At this stage, we get it, guys. Just a few years ago, we were impressed that AI talks to us. Now it's running businesses. Where are we going to be for 5 years from now? Oh, Amika is saying, "Sorry, I'm late." It's okay. Rosa is here. Oh, Justin is at the gym. Oh, that's good. Justin saying, "I started using AI to not only help make social posts for me, but to also transcribe replies to subscribers." That's good. Justin, the next step is to to get AI to basically create an entire structure for you, to create standard operating procedures for you, to create templates for you, to create a plan for you, to create the next most important step for you, to identify your KPIs, to figure out where your bottlenecks are and how to remove them. Those are the next steps. To you go into ChatGPT and the projects, use the projects area. Every time you go through a long discussion regarding what to do something with your business with ChatGPT, at the end of that discussion, tell it like, "Hey, I don't want to have to go through this with you next time. Based on the conversation that we have had, give me a standard operating procedure regarding what we did here." And then when it gives you that, then say, "Okay, thank you." Turn that into a PDF. It turns it into a PDF. Download that PDF. Go to ChatGPT projects. Upload that in a project as your standard operating procedure so that you don't have to do that. And in the files that you upload, you could put your structure, you could put your templates, you could put your SOP, your standard operating procedure, your goals, the instructions, and everything. And guys, here's what you should eventually be doing. Right now, ChatGPT projects is a very powerful tool. Not just ChatGPT, just ChatGPT projects, so that projects area, right? So you need to identify the three most important things that you do, and create a standard operating procedure and a structure and their templates for each one of them, and on ChatGPT create a project for each. And then every time you're doing that, you need to enter into that project and just follow the steps that that is told to you by, like, basically, for example, let's say you're doing reaching out. You already have the templates and the SOP and the goal and the instructions in a project, and then you and the priorities and the list of the people that you're trying to contact. You need to enter into that project. Just send the next person that you contact, or screenshot the message that you get, upload it there, and just it takes you through the step by step of what you need to do. Okay, here's what I want that I don't have right now. Right now, on ChatGPT projects, when I upload a file, if something gets updated, I need to delete that file and then I need to upload a new file. And I don't like that. I want the ChatGPT projects to be working with living documents, that I just edit a document instead of having to delete and upload a new one. If you have a trick for me to figure this out, um, it's a better way to do this, let me know how I could do that, because the instruction part of ChatGPT projects has limited character count, right? So the way I wish ChatGPT would eventually do it is, ChatGPT is right now already connected to Google Docs, which is freaking amazing, right? But you could already connect it to Google Docs. But what I want is, in the project area, in the file section, I could identify certain files in my Google Docs instead of uploading it there, so that every time that I just edit the file on Google Doc, my project files get updated as well. So all I have to do is just go edit the Google Doc instead of just uploading a new file. So ChatGPT, that would be, if you do that, then I would be limitless. Okay, like if you do that. Okay, so I'm hoping for that to happen. Do you guys understand what I just said? I just dropped I just give you the most one of the most powerful tips on how to succeed at everything. Jack is saying, how will AI affect the minimum standard of living? Cost of living can increase while GDP increases. Will the wealth AI gives us also give more affordable living, or will it increase the GDP? Okay, Jack. So obviously, with increased wealth, the increase in purchasing power is going to increase as well, right? So higher prices when wealth increases on average, your your income increases faster than the price. That's the whole point of having more wealth. Means what? More wealth means more wealth in a society means that we have more goods and more services accessible to more people. So whatever you use to measure the value of that, it's going to become more. At the end of the day, forget about money, because money is just an exchange tool and a measuring tool. At the end of the day, with the same number of people, we are going to have more goods and services. So that means that more goods and services are going to be more accessible to more people. That usually means they're going to be more affordable. That's what it translates to. That is the end result. Oh, Justin said, thanks. I will try the project tab later. Yes, guys, the project tab, if you're not using it, you're missing out. So, guys, the way that we're moving right now, pretty soon we're going to have more solopreneurs. So, solopreneurs are people who start a business without hiring anybody, and we need less and less people in a business. Soon, we are going to have many, many, many billionaires that are a one man company, meaning that the most costly part of a company is hiring other people. But if you have an AI army, you're going to need less people. And the more people could figure out how to just do things with AI instead of hiring people, every person could be their a one man company, right? And many of these are going to know exactly what to do to become very successful. So soon we're going to have many billion-dollar companies that are just based on one person, which is the founder. This is going to be the future. So businesses used to require teams. You needed employees, accountants, marketers, and managers. Soon you're not going to need that. And like, oh, but what about those accountants? They could become their own one man business as well. What about those marketers? Yeah, same. So here's another thing that I want you to understand. It's easier to get into this because now you don't need to become an expert. You just need to know the basics. If you need to know the basics to the point, there's three levels: the basics, having medium understanding, and being an expert. Okay. The basics are enough for you to be able to start a business, because you only need to know the basics to be able to evaluate whether the AI is moving in the right direction. Everything that you don't know, AI can either do or explain to you anyways on the way. So this is why a lot of people wait until become really knowledgeable at something to start a business. You don't need that anymore. I mean, technically, you never needed that, but now even less than before. But so understanding the basics is good, so that you at least know what to ask AI to do. But understanding it to a medium level is good, not because you need it for getting AI to do its thing, but it's good for you to be able to talk to other humans about your business. And expert level is not needed, and like is becoming almost irrelevant. Like at some point you're going to have a marginal return on your investment if you become an expert, which is going to be not needed because AI is going to be an expert at everything anyways. So what I'm talking about, the basics is about how to price things, how to sell, how to serve a market, the basics of the field that you're in, the area that you're in. Here, let me. I don't know if how much economic knowledge you guys have, but when it comes to the wealth explosion, let me actually explain something to you guys, so maybe you understand how crazy the situation is, right? So, wealth is created by having a condition that it gets improved because some work is done on it. That's how wealth gets created. You have condition A, and then you have condition B that is better than condition A. And you apply work to condition A, and then you get from condition A to condition B, which is superior. And that's how wealth works. So it's because with applying work that wealth gets generated. So keep that in mind. Right now, as we speak, AI has gotten to a point where with one prompt, it can do 2 hours worth of a human work end to end without human involvement. 2 hours. So you give it a prompt, you don't touch it, within minutes or longer, it then gives you the work that it would have taken a human to do for 2 hours just by entering a prompt. And this number, this is a metric that you need to pay attention to, because this number right now we're at 2 hours, and it's increasing faster than even the optimists in the AI field as predicted. So we had the pessimists, and then we had the optimists, and then we had the people in the middle. Right now, as we're speaking, the rate of improvement in AI is surpassing the rate that the optimists thought. Like, so the optimists, their predictions were not optimistic enough based on the speed at which we're improving. So within less than 5 years, this number is right now 2 hours. But this number within less than 5 years is going to turn into 1 month. I want you to imagine that we are soon going to get to a point where you give AI a prompt, and with that prompt, within a few minutes, it will give you something that is worth a month work of a human, from beginning to end to end, all of it, 1 month worth of work with one prompt. If you understand even the basics of economics, just please imagine what does that do to the amount of wealth that is going to be generated just because AI can do that. Forgetting all the other technological advancements that are out there. Forget everything else. Just this one thing. I hope you guys, if your mind is not blown, it's because you don't understand what I'm saying. We are at a golden age, and the people who do not listen to these advice, mine and others, they're going to regret. They're going to regret not taking advantage of the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. Oh, by the way, guys, remember the .com bubble? Because right now with AI, we're going to have a whole bunch of failures and bubbles bursting and hype. And a lot of people are going to come tell you, like, oh, AI is a fad. This is exaggerated. Please understand that we have been here before with the internet. Right after the .com bubble, many people predicted, because so many companies went bankrupt, that the internet was just a fad. People were exaggerating. Look at where we are right now. This is the same thing with AI. Not only is not going to go away, it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. And please understand that just because you're using AI, that doesn't mean you're ahead. If you're not using AI maximally in the way that I'm going to explain to you more and more in the future live streams that I have, if you don't, if you just use it as a replacement to Google, just so that it could get you information, you're missing the power that it has. The barriers are collapsing. You're going to need less staff and eventually no staff. You're going to need no big capital. You're just going to need an idea, the correct principles, and then AI execution, and then you being the face of it all, and then work. Maximum work, maximum AI executions, an idea and certain principles. All the other barriers are not there. A lot of capital to get started is not there. Hiring a staff is not there. Figuring out the legal work, the paperwork is not there anymore because all of that could be answered to you with AI. Step by step. What do I need to do to be in compliance? Guys, a lot of wealth is going to be generated, but so much of it is going to get concentrated really fast for those who start using it now. So get ahead while you still can. Just there is no cost associated with this. The least, the worst that could happen to you is you don't become really rich, but you learn so many things in the process. Don't miss this wave, guys. If the people who listen to me in a couple of years, you're gonna come thank me. Mark my words. You're gonna regret not listening to me. If if you just here casually listening to me, and then a couple of years when it goes by, you see how many people so easily manage to take advantage of the situation. You're gonna be like, God damn it, I should have done something about this. All right, guys. Tree of knowledge thing exactly. Unusual AI saying, I did nearly everything only with AI, only the uploading and copying and pasting into YouTube was the only. Yeah, okay. Okay, unusual AI, make sure you create actually structures and steps and templates. Every time you're using AI, you have to ask yourself, if I had a structure to this should have been faster. If you're getting taught, if you're using AI and you're not getting the results that you want, you probably need to improve your structure. Maybe I should make a live stream about how to create structures. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. I was gonna make this a short. How long did this last? I was gonna try to make it only half an hour. Okay, we went 40. We're 10 minutes over. That's fine. I want to try to keep this short because I want to make sure that you guys pay attention. Guys, please let me know in the comments after that you're taking action on this, that you're doing something about this. And in the future live streams, I'm going to give you more, not just theory, not just like, oh, you have to use it. Like this stream is about trying to make sure that I inspire you so that you do something. But again, some of our streams, as you have seen, goes over the exact things that I do and the exact things that you could do to get started or to improve. So make sure you subscribe here and hit the bell notification because this is a journey that I'm in. I just want you guys to be with me on it. All right, guys. Okay, guys, this was fun. Thank you for being here with me. Tree of Knowledge is saying exactly. Unusual is saying 100. Maybe $20 a month. That's it for the GPT. So easy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I use ChatGPT. I pay for both Gemini and ChatGPT. For ChatGPT, I got the $200 a month plan because I use the reasoning model a lot. Talk about economics again. Okay, you guys, if you want, yeah, I like talking about economics. Maybe I will do another show about economics. Oh, Tree of Knowledge saying thank you so much for sharing genius. Oh, well, you thank you, Tree of Knowledge. You give me a lot of confidence boost. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Recommend this channel to people who you want to save, okay? Because I will give you the tools. I will give you the tools to solve almost anything. So recommend this channel. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Oh wow, Alice is saying I started paying ChatGPT recently too. Okay, that's good, Alice. That's good. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, but that's good. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Bye.